Hi, I'm Tony Fackery, and thank you for joining me on this video blog today titled, Although the World May Never Be the Same, You Can Still Find a New Normal. I guess I wanted to take this opportunity and talk a little bit about the coronavirus and how it's impacted our lives, particularly in terms of the economic climate, the health climate, and the world in large. Things are changing at a rapid pace. The world is experiencing a fundamental shift and a fundamental change. And we're all scared, we're feeling anxious, frightened, fearful, angry, frustrated. Our lives have changed and our lives may never be the same. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because our lives may actually change to something better, but we don't know yet. So here are 5 points that I'd like you to consider with respect to finding a new normal. So the new normal that we had in the past wasn't working. It wasn't working because we were overworked, overstressed. Our relationships weren't fulfilling. There was greed, violence, and yes, that will still exist, but we've got to find a new normal within the landscape of a new emerging reality. So I think we're being presented with an opportunity. We don't know that opportunity yet. My feeling is that opportunity will begin to unravel in the months and years ahead. And we may see evidence of this in the coming year. So we're being presented with a new paradigm in order to create a new normal. So a new normal isn't about going back to the past and recreating the past and wiping clean the slate in order to create this new normal, because we can't do that anymore. And it was Albert Einstein who said, we can't solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created the problem in the first instance. And so he's referring to creating a new mindset, creating a new shift, a new level of awareness, a new consciousness. And what I believe is happening is a fundamental shift in humanity's consciousness, and we're moving is what's known as a paradigm shift, a new way of looking at the old world. So it will be rough sailing and so it's really important that we acknowledge our fears, our anxiety, our frustration. Acknowledging them means sitting with them. Yeah, so it means listening to our emotions, getting in contact with our emotions and seeing what the emotions have to tell us rather than running away from them. And this is fertile grounds, a fertile time for self-healing right now. And it's important that as these fears, these angers, these anxieties arise, that we sit with them and we feel them, we move into them and allow them to move through us instead of running away from these negative emotions. Because in this new world, in this new environment that's yet to come, if we continue to run away from them, they will hound us. So it's important that we take this opportunity now and sit with these emotions, get comfortable with them, see what they have to tell us, because there may be something contained within those emotions that can help us move forward. Otherwise, we're likely to experience or re-experience these emotions going forward. The third idea is that we must adapt to our new circumstances. There is no other choice. You can choose to suffer, you can choose to lament, you can choose to be frustrated and angry, but that won't solve the problem. That is not going to change reality. Reality is coming forward at an incredible speed. And it's like a train coming forward, and we can either jump out the way or do something about it. And the something about it is to work on ourselves. And so contained within that ability to adapt will be a new reality calling us forward. And so it's incumbent on us to move forward into that new reality armed with the resources that we have. The fourth point is integrating our health. So integration for me means mind, body, and emotions. We must connect on all levels, because if there will be, or likely to be, more epidemics, more pandemics in the coming future, more environmental disasters that impact our way of life, we can't keep running away from them and use the excuses that the world sucks. So it's incumbent on us to work with our mind and body, marry the two together, work with our emotions, work with our intuition. And so these three aspects, mind, body, and emotions, will figure prominently in the post-coronavirus world. So we must tend to our health, our mental, our physical, and our emotional health. There are no two ways about it. We cannot afford to be relaxed about this anymore. It's incumbent upon us to move forward and take actions on ourselves. The other aspect, I believe, that will emerge in this post-coronavirus world is compassion. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others through self-care and also altruistic service. We need to look after those who are frail, those who are old, those who suffer in society. It's incumbent upon us to make sure that they are cared for. So that is very important as we move forward. And then the fifth and final point is learn to start doing something now, begin action now, and plant the seeds of these actions in your life right now as we move forward into this new reality. And so the paradigm shift means that there will be no turning back to our old ways. So we're being invited to move forward in a new reality. And it is my sense, it is my belief that life itself is a sustaining entity that recreates itself anew constantly. And change is the underlying mechanism for life. So we must change as life is changing. And in order for us to do that, we must be invested in self-love, self-care, self-compassion, and altruistic service to others, because that is what is going to get us over the line moving forward in this new reality. So thank you once again for joining me on this video blog titled, Although the World May Never Be the Same, You Can Still Find a New Normal. Thank you for sharing this video with family, friends, and loved ones, and also staying tuned to my website where I'll be writing articles on a weekly basis, and also every Monday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, I'll be sharing I will be recording live videos on Facebook and Instagram and talking more about these topics in depth. So thank you once again, and my name is Tony.